Welcome back to GoMartaGO and the continuation of the road to Branson, where I decided I was going to go and catch up with my good friend Aixa, who was celebrating her birthday. This trip took place in March of 2021, y'all, in the midst of this crazy panini that we've been going through. And I had a chance to go ahead and just have a leisurely drive up. I visited a couple of places along the way, and if you missed that episode, you might want to go back and check it out because I unearthed a couple of hidden gems of Arkansas on that trip, including the Natural Bridge of Arkansas. If you've never heard of it, it's pretty neat. Some great scenes. Requires a little bit of driving skill and some very clear roads if you're going down there. Go watch the video, you'll understand what I mean. And some really neat looks to the past of Arkansas. This is near Clinton, Arkansas, which is a place that not a lot of people have heard of, actually. And it was beautiful, so I really encourage you to go look at that video. I also had to throw a little Civil War history in there for you and a little train trivia. So once I finished stopping off a little bit on that leisurely drive up, I got really excited when I crossed the border and I got close to where I was meeting up with Aixa. We intended to spend some time near Branson. It wasn't quite in Branson, though we did go into the city. But we wanted to try something a little different. The numbers in Southwest Missouri were still kind of ugh. And while Aixa had been able to get vaccinated because of her job, I was not eligible to be vaccinated at the time, and so we decided to play it safe and go hang out in a condo that was really pretty nice, especially considering our planning was a little last minute. Driving into it was epic, absolutely epic, and we giggled a lot. We really did. We both love water. We were both born near water and enjoy water features, but just kind of making our way down into this community, which was the village on Indian Point, I believe. It was really nice. It's something I recommend. Don't always just go for the touristy spots, y'all. Sometimes it's nice to get in and go a little native with the locals. I really, really recommend it. Now, you might have heard me mention that this was a birthday celebration, so we were certainly not going to put ourselves to work by cooking a whole lot while we were there. So we decided, since we couldn't feel safe going around, exploring a lot of places with the shopping and whatnot, we would take in the different views that we could from the road, and we would definitely find some places that were not your average spots to eat. This breakfast spot was fantastic, y'all. Just the portions were great, the food was delicious, and it was great and convenient to be able to get back to our room and eat it. Now, there was a wait for the line to get to there, and we said, okay, that was breakfast, now let's find something that's a little more savory, and we found this spot where they have this very famous pizza, and the views while we were waiting for the pizza to get done so we could take it out with us were second to none. Did I mention we love water? We really love water. And we pretty much enjoyed that pizza as well. Sorry I didn't get a picture of it when it was a whole pie, but whew, I got a little bit. And I don't know if it counts that we decided to look at the walking paths a whole lot as opposed to walking the walking path so much, but they were there. And of course we had a lot of kikiing to do in the evening, late into the night, which we always enjoy when we get together. And far too soon, it was time for us to go ahead and get coffee in us so we could go ahead and get back to our families. But I just love when we get a chance to go ahead and celebrate our birthdays with each other. So she headed back west and I headed back south. But this was a Sunday and I had a plan for another set of adventures on my way back to Little Rock. Can any of you who've been watching for a little while tell me where it is that these mountain ranges are? If you know it, drop it in the comments below. One of the things that I've learned to appreciate doing as I get older is we have all these great rest areas across the states, even on some of our US highways or state highways, and so I try to get out and stretch my legs. When I was younger, I would be like, oh, gung-ho, let's get to wherever we need to go as fast as we possibly can. Yeah, no. Once you get 40, you start thinking about the cost of all that. So I thought I'd show y'all a little bit of the Arkansas Welcome Center once you cross from Missouri back into Arkansas. Leaving the rest area, which is just north of Harrison, Arkansas, I made my way slowly to a spot I had noticed on my way up, but it was on the wrong side of the road for me to stop. But this time, it was definitely on the right side of the road for me to stop. South Mountain Scenic Overlook is a gorgeous place to stop, and if I had not had time to go ahead and make my coffee and enjoy it with this vista, they conveniently had a miraculous little hut in the middle of the mountains, the Coffee Cafe. Now, I didn't go in there because I'd already caffeinated and I didn't want to be bouncy in my car because I still had some other things to go ahead and check out. But once I got past the vista, I ended up strolling into a tiny little town called Leslie, Arkansas. And I had a particular mission that I needed to accomplish. Remember, I told you this was a Sunday, and so I had to make triple sure that the place I was heading was going to be open, or else I would have been very disappointed. Because oftentimes you'll get to Arkansas and there won't be places open on Sundays in small towns. I ended up with a false start with SerenityFarmBread in one of its older facilities, but very quickly figured out where I needed to be to get a chance to taste some real treats that are best enjoyed in Arkansas. I have such an affinity for little grocery stores, little country grocery stores of different types, and this one was so charming. They had so many amazing things in their deli section and also in their canning and preserves area. These are not things you would have expected to find at this particular location. This is really in north central Arkansas. And it didn't hurt that looking out you could see such beautiful views, but I want y'all to see this place. I want you to take a moment to jot this down, because I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get them to send you some of this stuff if you want it, or you may be able to find it available in some of the stores in the cities in Arkansas if you come through and visit, if you can't get down all the way to Leslie. But if you have time, it's a beautiful drive and a great little place to go check out. This pastry was everything. I promise, I quite enjoyed it. And I'll tell you something else too. The ham sandwich that I got while I was there, I had to stop and do a little photo montage for you. So I'm just going to let y'all enjoy looking at what I got to experience, breathe, and taste.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma.